Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of the Grimaldo Group, where we love helping families reach wealth through homeownership. Today, I got Raul here next to me. Raul, how you doing, sir?
I feel awesome. It's a great day in Arizona.
Right, love it. The weather's beautiful, man. I mean, people. I was talking to a client in California. He was telling me that it's cold and it's snowing, and I'm like, well, we have beautiful weather here. So he's like, oh well, rub it in. They're actually moving here. They're buying a house, brand new house. What the one you went to recently, Richmond? Yeah, so
Oh, all right, all right.
yeah. So Raul, talk to me, man. How's how you been? You just came back from a showing, right?
Yeah, I just came back from Tonopah.
Tonopah. It's hot. It's hot out there. So Raul, last week we went to family reunion. Didn't have the chance to go, but you're going to Mega Camp, which is going to be in August, and I'm super excited for you because there's a lot of cool things that and you see people doing business at a crazy level. So we wanted to make this. We typically do our episodes and we talk about homes and home ownership and how do we help other people buy their houses, sell them. Well, this time we're going to talk to those agents that are out there that are looking for that shiny light, right? Because people are scared. Some agents left the market. What do you hear out there that our agents are talking about?
Well, it's just a general consensus that buyers aren't trying to do anything, and that uh, you know prices aren't what people want them to be.
What do you? So let me ask you that. So as a consumer, because I know you're an agent, but as a consumer, what would you? How would you feel if you were a buyer right now?
I'd feel urgency to become a owner.
Right. So let's say you're renting, but again, and you know the drill. I mean, you've been in real estate for a while now. So, but if you were a consumer that had no clue, like you're renting and you're like, you know what, my rent's increasing every year, and I don't see this thing changing. How do you see, like, if you were a tenant and renting a property, how would you feel if you were in that position?
Well, I think a lot. I don't know exactly how to feel, like how to answer that question, because I have the
You're not a consumer, you're an
yeah, I
agent.
have the knowledge. I have the knowledge. I can't deny it.
Well, that's good, right? Because that's why people come to you. And when people, I just got a phone call with one of my good friends. He's a client and he's a friend. He's a police officer. All police officers out there, thank you so much for what you guys do and for keeping us safe. We really, really appreciate you. And he's calling me and asking me about the market. He's like, I already see it, Juan, because he's very active. He flips homes here and there. And he's like, I see the market changed and I want to sell. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. I think it's a good time. However, I think it'll be a better time because I'm not just a friend and I'm not just his realtor. I'm his friend. And to anybody of you guys that want to work with us, we're going to tell you the truth. And I said, you know what? Because he's working on another property that he's doing some work on. Let's just wait, because maybe a month or so, things are going to be better because we can get a few extra bucks. He still had some things to do. So knowing what we know, it's easier for us to give that advice. But for people that come in and have no clue what they're doing, I had another instance, and I think I told to you guys that one of our clients sold their house with someone else. And I asked why. He said, well, it's just a friend, I just met her, and we thought it was the right thing to help her out, get going with their business. And then I says, did you know that you could do this, and that and have more money? And they're like, you know what? We realized that after renting for 6 months. And I says, next time you do that, even if you go with someone else, come and get advice from us, because we're here for you. We're a resource. And it's just like having a friend that is a beautiful, amazing attorney. Well, I'm not saying about that I'm beautiful, but maybe my wife thinks I am. But someone that is really looking for your best interest, because at the end of the day is anybody can give you advice on anything, right? Like my friend, he's a police officer. He's out there. He's looking at the market. He's testing the waters. He knows, but then he still reaches out, says, and I'm going to tell him the truth. I'm not going to tell you to do something just to benefit, right? Because I mean this from the heart. I would never ever make you do something that I wouldn't do myself.
Yeah, I love catching them in that moment too, because the other day, they called me up. They said, "Hey," because I have a lot down the road on Dysart and Greenway. Just if anybody wants
little promotion here. There's a lot for sale
little
at
plug
Dysart in Greenway.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Surprise. Anyway, they called me up and they were coming from California. It's a young couple, and they said, "Hey, we wanna build on this lot that you have. Can you show it to us?" And I was like, "Sure." They came in. The guy's a chiropractor. They got money, so he's gonna just go and and buy that lot. And I don't know, he's still thinking about it, so it's still open just in case anybody.
Still available. Hey, guy, you better hurry. This guy's gonna sell it before you.
No, but
buy
anyway,
it.
I could have just said, okay, cool. Then let's drop the paperwork or whatever. And I was like, what are you gonna do after? What do you want to do with it?
Right. What's your goal with it?
What's your goal? He's like, well, we want to build a duplex here. We're gonna live in one and rent the other. And I was like, awesome, cool. What about in the meantime? Because it's gonna take a while. He's like,
Right.
we're gonna rent. What? I'm like, this is gonna take about a year and a half to build.
Right.
You're gonna rent? No, man. Like,
You can't do that.
you can't do that. I go, you gotta think.
Friends don't let friends rent.
Yeah. So I was like, look, this is an up and coming surprise. It's very desirable.
Yep.
Might as well buy something small. Start with something small, and then while your dream, build comes to fruition,
You're building equity twice.
Yes.
And we have a duplex, guys. I know this is going to be recorded, but we have a duplex in Avondale, and everybody calls me and wants a duplex. There's one available at a beautiful price. Reach out if you're looking for a duplex. We're getting more and more properties that are kind of getting, ramped up, getting some work done. So reach out, and we'll have that available in the next few days. So I know they're very desirable. It's a good location. It's a beautiful price. I'll tell you more. Just give us a call. But anyways, I think you're doing the right thing, right? You're telling him, why would you rent when you can buy a house? That house builds equity, and then you build your duplex. Now you have 3 houses.
Yep.
And this is how you start building wealth. And this is where we want to help out. And we're going to work on seminars. I know I've been saying this. We need to just set it up. And we talked about it. We met with Chase yesterday, Chase Bank. And we talked about how can we bring these resources to everybody out there. And if you're interested, please message me through Messenger so that I can have your information put it on the list, so that when the opportunity comes by, we'll invite you over. We're going to send a mass invite to all of you, and we're going to do some marketing about it. But we want to share how people get rich. Most of us in our community don't talk about that. We don't want to talk about money. It's all right to talk about money. It's okay to have money. Do you need money to have a TV, a computer, your phone? I mean, how are you watching this? You need to buy that phone. You need to pay for that service. So it's important that we talk about money, because we need it for everything. I mean, some people wait to retire, and what are they waiting for? To have that retirement income. Is that money?
No.
Right? Well, and it's money that's coming in, right?
It is.
But it's not enough.
Money.
And I get you. So it's not enough money, but how can we get you to that point where you retire and you're not only just getting your retirement income, but you're getting maybe rent for 1, 2, 5, 10, 100 homes, right? So I forgot to turn.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's $100 every time you put.
Don't lose focus.
No, but anyways, my point is, if you guys are interested in this kind of information, we're here as a resource for that. And I always screw up with myself. I try to do things on my own first and see if they work. And not only that, I'm learning from people that have done it before. So we want to help you grow your wealth. And Raul can attest to that. I mean, we're here for that. And I know that's your goal, that you're going to have another investment property.
Yes, sir.
So a couple of our team members already did it, and they're looking at their 3rd property. So it's easy to do it. We just have to show you the way. Right.
Yeah. Like I told him, I was like, look, man, this is the right state. If you're moving here and you're already going to be here, you're going to be making that move. Just do it in a purchase. So we broke off because after my appointment, he was going straight to a condominium rental place. And we broke off and we saw 3 properties right away, in Surprise and Marty Park and, the nicer little communities. And he was like, oh, him to get his loan approved, done, and then we're gonna move them on. Oh, funny story.
I know he was telling me this, guys. I said, you know what, save it for the show, because I think this is cool. Well, not cool, but it was funny.
So while I was showing them the lot, we were walking around the neighborhood to see, what the different houses that are built around there, to see if his design for his duplex was gonna fit and all that. Well, we see a guy, an older guy, with the sniper rifle on the corner of his garage.
Scary.
And just like looking over the corner. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I'm walking with, it's mom.
Just imagine you want to buy a property in this neighborhood, and the first thing you see is a sniper guy at the corner.
It's mom and the son and the daughter-in-law, with the little teacup chihuahua from California. and they're walking with me.
Beverly
and I'm
Hills,
like,
Chihuahua.
man, in the middle of surprise, I'm like, everything okay? And I tell the guy with the rifle, and he's like, shh, we're hunting wabbit. And I look, and he has a little boy. He's playing with the little boy. I mean, it was nice and innocent, but it could have been
Yeah.
some wacko, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. Anyways, but yeah, that's again, we don't want to leave you guys hanging. There's a lot of opportunity out there. And for those that were waiting for the right time, I mean, you can buy a property for I think about $80,000 discount right now from what it was last year. Are the rates higher than they were? Yes. Is that going to make a difference? You're paying 100% of your rent is at a 100% interest rate, guys, because all that money is just going to the garbage, right? And Raul mentioned this yesterday. You want to share what you said that you were paying from one pocket to the other? How was that?
Oh yeah.
Analogy?
Well, some people, they fight for that. Oh well, my rent is
$900.
$900. I'm not moving from there. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, you get that 900 out of this pocket, and you put it in somebody else's hand in their pocket. I go, when you're paying 1,500, yeah, it's double.
2,000, maybe 25. Because right now, let's be honest, $2,500, 2,000, $2,500.
$2,000. But now
is,
you're grabbing those $2,000 from this pocket, and you're putting it in this pocket.
Yep.
Like that's literally back in your own pocket. And
yep.
people are like, "Oh, you're right." But it's, to us it's like nothing. We already know. But to them, they're like, mind blowing.
And you know what? It's like that. It just blows my mind how people say, "Well, I'm gonna wait for the right time." When is the right time? I mean, if you keep waiting, like right now, there's a discount. Now the rates went up. So when the rates drop again, guess what? The price are going to go up. So you're never going to get in because you're always going to be playing this game. So I say get in the game, get a property. It is going to be your home. Will it be an investment in the long run? 100%. Is that good or bad? I mean, like Raul said, you're not taking the tax advantage. I'm not an accountant, but just consult with your accountant for that. However, you get deductions from your taxes. The interest, the tax that you pay. On top of that, you're paying your mortgage every single month, and every single month, you owe less. The house is worth more. And one thing that I would like for you guys to think about is, do you make more money this year, or did you make more money this last year than the previous year? Answer: yes. Okay. Did you make more money the previous year more than the year before that? Right. So where I'm going is like every single year, your income keeps growing, right? The beautiful thing about a mortgage is that it's fixed for 30 years. So your payment will be fixed for 30 years. Your income keeps growing. So you'll see this gap eventually. And that's why you say, oh, my dad pays less. My sister pays less. They bought 5-10 years ago. Not only that, they have equity. And that's where you start building wealth. It's not going to be an overnight success. It's going to take time. But if you never get into the game, it's like people that want to win the lottery. They never buy a ticket. I'm one of those. I don't believe in luck. I think you create your own luck. So this is creating your own luck, right? Playing the odds in your favor, using somebody else's money to buy you a house. Just how crazy is this, Raul? The bank is willing to say, you know what? I'll lend you 96.5% of the purchase price if you come in with 3.5%. And sometimes people fight on that. Like, why would I put 3.5% down? Well, you know what? That, what is it called? That mentality about, I deserve and I want to get, is like, it doesn't work, guys. The bank is giving you 96 out of $100. They're putting 96.5.
Yeah.
And you're putting $3.50, and you can get a home. This is the only place in the world you can do that, right? Go to Mexico. I mean, I'm from Mexico. If you go to Mexico and try to get a loan, you got to put 20% down at least, and your interest rate is going to be 12 to 15%, sometimes 20%.
Oh yeah. The other thing I was talking about yesterday is the amount of investment it is. Like a $400,000 house, you're putting in $20,000.
Exactly.
20, like, wow, that's 5%. You couldn't do like $14,000.
Most people at that point, they do 5%, which is normal. And again, it's $20,000, but the bank's going to lend you $380,000 to buy that house. Why do you think they lend you to buy that house?
Yeah, and then but people, well, they want you to be paying on them interest.
On the interest, but the other thing is, they know that is worth it.
Yeah.
Go get a car and see if you can get a loan for that amount. When it's an astronomical amount, like $400,000, I mean, they're not going to say, here you go, Raul, go get whatever you want. No, it's an asset that they know it's worth money. And we live in a place that when the world shakes, and I saw this when the market crashed, guys, excuse me, when the market crashed, All the investors all over the world, guess where they went? They came to the United States of America because this is the safest country. We have the infrastructure, we have the solidness in our economy. That, you know what? Yes, we went through crazy. Everybody else went through the same thing, but their currency depreciates a lot faster, and we recover a lot faster too. So we go through these cycles, and people, when they look to put their money safe, they put it in here. And you guys live here. That's the thing, is like a fish doesn't realize he's in the water.
You're already here.
Yep. And like for us, it's like, dude, we got to wake up. We got to let people know that this is how you create wealth, how you start building your generational wealth. And when you learn this, like for example, my father, he never wanted to own anything here. He just wanted to go to Mexico. He worked here his whole life in the fields. It was hard work. So for him, it's like, I don't want to have any ties to the States. However, if he would have known the value of investing in real estate, he had opportunities. He said, when I came here, hijo, in California, the houses were $12,000. Imagine if he would have bought back then. Of course, they used to pay him like 25 cents an hour. However, if you invest in that, I mean, any house in California, the cheapest shack is 700,000. It's falling apart.
Yep.
So my point being is, no matter what, real estate is the place to go. They're not making any more of it. And one thing that I told my kids, and actually my wife, we went to California this week for a family reunion, and we were walking by the beach, and there's these beautiful homes, right, beach properties. And I heard this influencer talk about why he invested in California in certain places, because no matter what, somebody's going to be willing to pay a crazy amount of money, just like he did for that property by the beach, because there's no other property by the beach like that one.
Yeah, it's inevitable. Appreciation is inevitable.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, we're trying to sell you on something. It's like, I feel like we're trying to give them like the red pill or the blue pill, like in the Matrix. Wake up, people. Get in contact with us. We're in the know. That family reunion that he's saying, not all agents go to these events. Not all agents in Arizona and any real estate agent in the country, they don't invest in their education as much as agents like us.
Definitely, because we are a resource, and we take that very seriously, because you guys are trusting us with your business, and in order for us to deliver, we have to know what we're talking about. So having been there and knowing what's coming, it's going to be great. It is a little scary in the meantime for a lot of people. A lot of agents are leaving the industry, and if you are one of those agents, reach out. If you know what you need to do in order to be successful in these times, and if you're a buyer and you're also scared and you don't know where to go, reach out. I mean, we're here to help, and you don't have to join our team. You don't have to join Keller Williams. Again, we're here as a resource for everybody. I tell this to my team members all the time. With other agents, we're partners. If you're working on a transaction as a listing agent, I have a buyers. No matter what, I mean, we're working together, and our goal is to make that deal happen for the client so that we can deliver on our promise. So having that relationship is key, not only with other agents, but also with our clients, to make sure that they know that we have their best interest in mind, and we're not going to go with our ego and try to, arm fight with everybody and just try to win in a bad way. Like our goal is to reach that level of service that the agents on the other side are happy to work with us, and our clients as well.
Yeah. Just contact us. It doesn't matter. Make the phone ring. Give us a call, and let's sit down and do a strategy for your family, because that should be your second business. Like your job, I respect that you guys have a job and you want to work and you want to do your thing and you're busy, but your family should have a patrimony. What do you call it?
Patrimonio se dice en español.
Patrimonio. I'm trying to translate in Spanish. You need to have some generational
assets.
wealth.
You need to have assets. Yep.
And that should be your priority. We should sit down, just like you have a doctor, a family doctor. You go check up on them every year.
You have your spiritual doctor, your priest or your pastor.
You got that. You got your lawyer. Well, some people have a lawyer. Some people wait till something happens and then they need a lawyer. But you need a real estate agent in your life, and especially one that's educated, one that's invested in you and wants to see you in a better place.
Definitely. Yep. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And Raul, do you have anything else you want to share before we go? Thank you for coming, man. Appreciate you.
No, thank you. Big plug. Hey, we're recruiting. We're recruiting. If you're an agent that don't want to struggle, don't want to go through, you know, uncertainty.
And go through and kind of experience on your own. It's there's two ways to learn, right? It's one through seeing others, and the other thing is through experience. And I've been through experience, and I appreciate it because I've learned a lot. However, I realized that if I would have gone to the right place from the get-go, I would have been ahead, way far ahead, if I did it, because knowing what to do, and that's just like school, right? Certain things, like if you're going to be a doctor, you need to go to school so that you know exactly how to do a surgery or whatever. It takes like 12 years to become a good doctor. And same thing with us. It takes time to get seasoned and learn all the ins and outs of a transaction, of the market, and people. I mean, because ultimately we work with people and emotions. And if you have the right guide, it's so much easier, guys. And there's a book. And again, if you're an agent and if you just want to read the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book by Gary Keller, that'll take you really far. However, applying I've read it like 6 times, and I'm continuing to read it again. Every time I read it, there's something more that pops up. But they have the recipe, and we're proud to be at a firm that is amazing when it comes to training. I think they're the best, and that's why I'm here. And I truly believe in it. I tell me, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. No, dude, I'm swimming in it. I'm shooting it up. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're an agent looking to partner up, let us know. We're here to help. If you don't want to join our team, that's fine. You can at least join Keller Williams and one of their branches. We love to connect you with an amazing team leader, so you can talk and get some more info. If you're a buyer and you're looking to purchase, we're here. If you're a seller, you're looking to sell your home, give us a call. We love the opportunity. Again, thank you so much, Raul. Thanks again. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, guys. Take